y'all too heavy. My live go out. So I'm gonna wait for y'all to get back in here if some of y'all find it. It's your boy, Rich Long. And I just came here. You already know. To keep it real. What's good, Shanta? Yeah, look, right when I was going in, that's because they trying to keep the truth from getting out. They must be trying to keep the truth from getting out, family. But that's quite all right. We finna keep on keeping on. I gotta roll me a blunt on that note though, cause I know it's finna get too real. Once they cut me off, I only come back stronger, man. I only come back stronger. Yes, family. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to give y'all the message from the master teacher, my master teacher. Y'all might know him. His name is Bobby Hemming. If y'all don't know him, I'm finna get y'all acquainted with him. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I know we were supposed to do that damn giveaway last night. My wife, she had to go to the hospital. We're gonna do it tonight. You haven't heard of him? I'm gonna introduce him to y'all. He's a very intelligent brother, and he be on some heavy shit. Man. He really changed my life. And a lot of brothers and sisters bear witness to him having changed their life. If you're somebody who's into the occult and you're black, you gotta know who this brother is. If you ever watched that Lovecraft Country, a lot of the storyline they took from his lectures. They took a lot of that storyline from Bobby Hemming lectures. Thank you. Yes, as I was saying earlier, we can change things by speaking the living word. Like I told y'all, I don't tell y'all my situation because of no sob story, y'all. I'm telling y'all something because I'm a living witness to the goodness and the glory of God, and I'm going through something every day, y'all. But I'm also a servant. I'm a servant of the Most High. So just because I go through something, it's not the end all that be all. Because we can speak life over our situation. And we can change things and rearrange things. Because you got to know, God, he comes in the physicality of as us. God lives in us. We're living in a simulation with a master coder and creator, who a lot refer to as God, the generator, operator, and destroyer. God means nothing but a force and power. Some call him Allah, which is just another attribute of God, which means the all in all, or arm, leg, arm, head. We finna go deeper. Hold on. Now that Bible, the basic instructions before leaving earth, it has a lot of codes inside of it. You have to break the codes. You have to be a code breaker. And the God in you can break the codes because you're the living word, and the word is in you. The word is in you. But I try to give y'all some life hacks and let you know that the Bible and the Quran go together. A lot of people have found that out. That's why in the Nation of Islam, which I don't put no religion before another one, but a lot of people in the nation are more like Jesus than Christians, and they do more humanitarian work and more work within they get with the people more than what Christians do, because Jesus wasn't no Christian. I put it like that. We're gonna go into that deeper. Jesus wasn't no Christian. And they know that. They know that. A lot of us, we don't get the occult knowledge. We don't get the behind the scenes shit because we're so surface based. We so worried about the surface. A lot of people can't get the jewels of the nations because they're worried about Fard Muhammad and what they think happened to Malcolm X when the government killed Malcolm X. And I'm gonna tell y'all about Fard Muhammad. I can code break that for y'all. I can code break that for y'all if y'all are wondering about that. But it's a story for another day, really. A lot of people don't understand that God, he used who he wants to. God used who he wants to. And you have to rely on your faith with a lot of shit and just test the spirit by the spirit and see if shit resonate with the heart chakra. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we are living in a simulation like The Sims. We're living in a simulation like The Sims. And there's life hacks and glitches. There's glitches out here too. I don't know if y'all know what the Mandela effect is. That's a glitch. You know, there's people out here going tinkering with time. There's people fucking with time. The space-time continuum has a crack in it. For real. That's why time has sped up. Time has sped up. Time has sped up, if y'all didn't notice. Me, I'm going to tell y'all how I hack into time. I always tell myself I have more than enough time because I know this is a simulation and I'm controlling it. I'm controlling it. You know, I used to, when I didn't have shit and I was having to trap and do all type of shit I didn't want to do, real shit, I would wake up in the morning and I would say, I'm finna get $150. And by the end of that day, I would have $150. I would speak it into existence. Thank you. Thank you. My wife, I'm going to tell her about that. She's good right now, y'all. I don't want y'all to be worried. This is something we go through a lot. We go through this a lot. She have to go to the hospital to get monitored if she have migraines too long. She suffers from migraines because she have an aneurysm. I already told y'all that. My real ones know that. And we are healing her. We're healing her through the power of God. We're healing her through the power of God. I put it to you like that. And y'all prayers are helping. Thank you. Thank you. It's helping. But I don't want y'all to be worried. Like right now, she gonna go get her nails done. I'm waiting for her to come up out of this. She getting her nails done right now. You know what I'm saying? Which she a nail tech. I don't know why she be doing that, but I guess her and the girl that do her nails, they do each other nails. I don't even know. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they give us time to get together. They give us time to get together. Yeah, God can do all. God can do all. And you know what? No, not only can God do anything, but by the power of God, we can do anything. In the Bible, it say right there in the book, as I have done works, you shall do greater works. God knew that a lot of people don't want to bear witness to this, but he gave us the power to be greater. God gave us the power to be greater. People ain't tapping into the power yet. Yes, we're living in a simulation like The Sims. We're not local, you guys. We're not local. We're merely dreaming dreams. We're merely dreaming dreams. We're somewhere else. We're somewhere else. We're a light emanating from somewhere else. These bodies that we're in, that's why the old folks, they knew. The old folks knew. This ain't us. These bodies we in ain't us, y'all. Through our faith, all things can be done. Yes, Nikita West, you're right. The old folks know. And see, we done got so woke, we're disrespectful. Thank you. Keep praying for the healing of my wife. Thank you, Nikita. I appreciate you more than what you could ever know, because there's strength in numbers. There's strength in numbers, and there's power in what we're doing when we get together. There is. And I owe y'all for that. And you can ask me. You can call in the debt. You can say, brother, I need you to pray over my situation. And I will. I will stop what I'm doing and we'll get together right then. We'll get together right then. We'll call a tribunal and we'll get together right then. For real. Because I love y'all. And that's really why I tapped in on her, because I wanted to have church with y'all this morning. Because y'all keep it too real. I'm glad too. Thank you. You bet. Yeah. When 2 or 3 meet, he will be. Yes, you're right. Thank you, Illuminati, Enlightened Minority. And brother, I wish we could do a live together right now because this brother's very intelligent. Y'all go and follow this brother. Y'all go and follow him because this is why I tell y'all it's not about me. It's about all of us. Only God knew that he would bring y'all into my life. He brought the right people at the right time. That's why I don't want to confuse y'all and get y'all to thinking that y'all can't ask me to do just as I've asked y'all to do. I'll pray for y'all. Some people, they don't pray. I'll be honest with y'all. But where they fall short, I'll fill in the gaps. And by fall short, I don't mean you're doing wrong. You know what's right for you. But I'm telling you, when you speak, when you pray or speak positivity in life over your situation, it changes things. And when you find people who are good, people who are agreeable, and they do it with you, you have a good life. That's the only thing I can say. You have a good life. I told y'all I've tinkered with other shit. I done went into other things, and this is real. This is the realest thing that there is. I don't burn candles no more. I still would deal with my altar because it's really, I know what that is. It's a spiritual play, and it's what it is. It's me breaking into my subconscious mind and doing rituals to basically bring in whatever it is that I got that I'm trying to bring into the physical. It's merely just it's like when a nigga tie a string on his finger to remember something. It's not it's nothing more than a ceremony, but it's the word that makes the shit manifest. It's just the word that makes the shit manifest. So when you rely on the physical so much, it's because of the lack thereof faith. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying we came into this world just with our naked ass. So that means that that's all we needed was self. That's all we needed was self. That's all we needed was self. And God is within self. When you find the God body and the God mind within self, you become a whole nother entity and a whole nother being. And people won't be able to deal with you. People won't be able to deal with you the same. People who rise up against you won't be able to defeat you. Y'all see what I be going through. And this YouTube shit ain't shit. I be arguing with people on a little minor scale on here. But in real life, I battle. I battle with people all the time. And not because I want to, but because our souls, upon meeting, have a confrontation with one another. Our demons are battling one another. It's a spiritual warfare. It's a spiritual warfare. This shit is real. This shit is real. It's not fake. It's real. And we're not to take it lighthearted. I put it to you like that. Because the same way people will pray for you, they'll pray against you and pray on you and pray for your downfall. You know what I'm saying? So we've got to have the armor of God on us. We've got to have the armor of God on us. I've prayed for a while, but I won't lie to you, family. Nikita, I stopped praying. I stopped praying for a long time. And you know why? Because I lost faith. I lost faith in praying. I lost faith in prayer. So what I did, I leaned on my own understanding. When God said, don't do that, I leaned on my understanding and I started studying African sciences. Turn out we ain't even African. Y'all got to go into the history of this. There was only a small amount of Africans brought over here, and that was part of the play to throw us off. You got to remember, the Moors are the ones who showed the Europeans where we were at. This is the promised land. We were here over 10,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, a Mongolian Asian came over on the Bering Strait, and he's playing like he's us. He's saying he's the indigenous one. When we know that all over the world, black was first. They say we came out of Africa, but I'm going to tell you this. More and more scientific evidence is proving. It's proving that over here is the oldest, because the pyramids over here are older than those pyramids over there, but we don't call them pyramids. We call them mounds. We were the mound builders. There's mounds in Georgia. There's mounds in Mississippi. There was a black man who came forth just not that many years ago. This was in the early 2000s, and he built a pyramid in Atlanta, and they can't figure out to this day how he did it. And he had created a religion out there. And you know what they did to him? He's in the feds right now. He's in the feds right now. And he created a language. He gave them people a culture. That's why I say God will manifest things that's for your good, but it can also be an entrapment. It can be an entrapment. Because then people, they started worshiping him as God. When the same God that's in him is in you. And that's not good. That's why I tell y'all, I'm your brother. I ain't no damn better than y'all. I would never want to get that complex. I don't say that for y'all. I really say that for me. So I don't put my head up my ass, and I don't get to acting like how I see these other bloggers act. And I don't never want to get a God complex to think I'm y'all's God. I'm the God that God has made me, but I am the microcosmic God. There's a macrocosmic God who sits on high. But I also understand the esoteric science behind the fact that he who is last will be first. And God, he's qualifying and quantifying us to be the gods of this universe right now. God has put us through so much and put us through the test of time that we should have been destroyed if it was up to this devil. But only by faith and by the power of our God, we are still standing and substantiated. And when we leave Egypt, which is America, we'll come back, we'll come out of it with much substance. Now, when we leave this place, they're going to come after us. They're going to come after us. They're going to come after us. But God, he's going to give us the victory. We've already done this before, but the last time we lost, the last time we were here, we lost. We've lived this life before. Salute to you. Prayer works, my God. I'm a living witness. Yes. And this brother's very intelligent. I know a lot of things that I'm saying he knows. So I know that he's been out there in his woke community battling just like I have, learning. I don't like the fact that we must be tested either, but I'm finna tell you something that I learned. Now, y'all don't take this at face value. You figure this out on your own. But I told y'all that I can break down a lot of this Masonic knowledge. In the end, we're going to find out that the God of this world was the devil, which a lot of us know that. So when you see these people saying they sold their soul to the devil, that just means they worship in Adal Dabroth, which is the God of this world. Our God sits on high and judges among a council of gods. He's not the God of this earth. This earth was created as what is it? It was created as a coffin for the great mother. The great mother is the embodiment of earth. Earth can be here without the physical, without the physicality. But look, there's more. There was a war in heaven that caused us to be thrown down here. There was a war in heaven that caused us to be thrown down here. There was a war in heaven that caused us to be thrown down here. And with that, we were entrapped, and we keep going through a reincarnation cycle, being ate up by APEP because of karma. So we'll go back through that figure 8, and keep coming over and over and over again because we are forgetting. We're like something that's been hit over the head. We don't have the knowledge when we come back down here. But look, God, with God who is the Father, is coming to redeem us in a way where all things that we see in this world will be destroyed, which by that, this is what I mean. This world is totally wicked. Even in its creation, this world is wicked. If y'all go into Genesis, there are 2 creation periods. I know I'm probably losing a lot of y'all. If y'all just go and study this yourself, y'all will learn. I'll go back to the beginning. The God of this world is Satan, Lucifer. The light bearer, whatever you want to call him. The Bible tell you that he was cast down here. He was cast down into the abyss. Yes, people see your light and try to dim it. We got to walk by faith. We was already here. You're right. We were already here. Look, our grandparents know it. We were already here, family. We were already here. And they started teaching us wrong. They started telling us, Jesse Jackson started telling us we were African American. We're not African. And the African knows that. And that I've asked them. They got ports that say that there were slaves coming out of there, but it was a small amount, y'all. It was a very small amount. It was so many of us already here. We were here. This how many they say. They say there was less than 5% of the slaves were African. And if y'all go look on the rolls, it say American Negro, then it say African Negro. That distinguishes us as 2 different categories. And we know we ain't African. We can look at the Africans and tell who's African when they come over here. If we was the same, we'd all blend in, but it's a whole different and that don't mean nothing wrong, but what I'm saying is the black man in the West must be resurrected. The black man in the West must be resurrected. Yeah, the Africans don't like us because they know we not African. In the Bible, it say that they're Ham and we're Shem. They're Ham and we're Shem. They're Ham and we're Shem. You got to remember, they're part of the reason why we're in this condition. Like I just said, the Moors, who are Africans, they showed the European who had just been civilized how to get over here. And they started working with them just for little beads and trinkets and shit. And if you look at the state of Africa, you'd know that they still doing that shit to this day. Africans are in slavery right now, digging in them gold mines. You know what I'm saying? They in a terrible way in state. Of course, there are some places you could go that could be good, but they're in a terrible way and state. I'm gonna leave it at that. But we are direct descendants of King David. We are a different being, and they know who we are, and that's why they took us into slavery. And it was to slap the face of God. They took us into slavery to slap the face of God. They know that we are Judah. They know we're the lost tribe. We're the lost tribe, y'all. We're the lost tribe. We are lost. Right now, we're lost. Right now, we're trying to put the pieces together. Tell me we're not trying to put the pieces together. Yeah, it's only one God that have the power, and that's the God that sits on high. Not the God of this earth, family. That's why this earth can be destroyed and we're going to be okay. This earth can be destroyed and we're going to be okay, because once it's destroyed, the Mother Earth will be free. Mother Earth will be free. Mother Earth will be free once this earth is destroyed. They done built man-made mountains on it. The earth got a wobble in it. They're fracking on the earth and sucking the life blood out of it. Oil ain't, bro, look. They telling y'all oil. Listen to how stupid they got us believing shit. They telling us oil is evaporated dinosaurs' bones. That's not true. Oil is the blood of the earth. The earth is a living entity. Oil is the blood of the earth. The earth is a living entity. What's good, EJ? What's good, Go Jizzle? The earth is a living entity. Yeah, y'all. They've basically turned us into devils, because we used to be in tune with the earth to the point that that's why we lived the way we did in all over the world. If you pay attention, everybody lived in teepees. Some form of it was a triangle at the top, centering the energy going toward. We aligned our living quarters with the stars. Not only that, you know what I'm saying? We are a godly people. We're constantly giving our praise and supplication to God all day long. You'll hear us. You hear it in our walk, in our talk, and we're the praisers. Our music is very godly. Our music is very godly. That's why they destroyed it. That's why they destroyed the music. And some black devils helped them. Good morning, Miss Coco. Good morning, Miss Coco. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're living in a simulation like The Sims. And there are glitches. There are glitches and hacks. There are glitches and hacks. We talked about this Mandela effect a week or two ago, and about how they show people's deaths, and then we'll look up and then people wasn't dead. They show things that happen, and then we'll look up and that thing is happening again, like they're premiering it. Like I told y'all, the Mandela effect is called the Mandela effect because some people remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison. Some people don't remember him surviving prison. They remember him dying in prison. So they call this the Mandela effect because there are different things other than that have changed on this timeline, because supposedly the space-time continuum has a crack in it. So all these alternate, let me see how I can describe it. Basically, all the timelines collapse on each other. So we living out alternate timelines, allegedly. And you know, I'm into that sci-fi shit. So it's cool to me. That's strange. That's strange. We living out alternate timelines? Okay. I guess. But look, if that's true, that show y'all these people are truly the devil that we've thought they are. Because we know in all the movies they put that if you time travel and go back and change one thing, you change everything. Ain't no telling what they've been going back and changing. Because, you know, there's a book about Barron Trump, and this book is from back in the 1800s. It's about Donald Trump's son. There's a lot of strange happenings all over the world. There are also pictures from back in the 1800s with people who have cell phones, who are alleged to be time travelers. Y'all need to start studying these type of things, because next they finna tell y'all that aliens exist. They're slowly creeping forth to tell y'all aliens exist. I've been watching it on the news, and they've been having sightings all over the United States, all over the world. They've been having sightings all over the world. I've seen a ship before. I've seen it. And I also show y'all the ships that be in my videos. Those are light bodies. Those are the ancestors. The ancestors come in a ship called the Merkaba. They come in a ship called the Merkaba. But y'all gotta go study these things Don't just take my word for it. Study these things. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be let in and initiated into the knowledge. Trust me. But like I told y'all, I've been studying this shit for about 10 years. So for me, I forgot a lot of shit that I have to be reminded of. When I hear it, I know it. But I've learned so much, I forget a lot of shit. Like I told you, I'm just like a tree. I'm just an observer at this point. I'm just observing shit, waiting for judgment day, waiting for this shit to be over with, to keep it real, waiting for this shit to be done. It's so much fuck shit out here, you know. Waiting for this shit to be done. Damn. I don't know how I got on. So I got another video. I got on a video of me as soon as I got on the computer. Hold on. Let me let my windows in. I smoked it out too much in here. Let me put this shit out. I'm finna show y'all something in just a second. If I can find it. We spoke on the string theory earlier before the computer turned off, y'all. A lot of y'all might not understand what that is. I'm gonna see if I can find a video that the master teacher got on this shit. I'm talking about ending this shit, y'all. That's it. Now, let's not be, and I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gathering an army. I'm gathering an army of God. That's why I tell y'all, this is not for everybody. It's for the real ones. Because if it's for you, the spirit will convict you. It's not about me. It's about you. They just did that in Texas. They cut off the lights and the water. I ain't scared of no alien either. But the aliens is us, family. It's our ancestors coming to help free us. It's going to be the chariots of fire. But they're going to have us trying to fight them. They stopped it in a matter of seconds. They came and they cut off the lights, they cut off the water. Because you are a domestic animal, you can't live outside of domestic type of environments. Let's not be funny with this mess. Even if you say you revolutionary to stick it out, you got 60 million black people out there that don't know what the hell you talk about. As soon as the lights get cut off, they're killing your ass. That's why we gotta separate it from these type of niggas that's gonna kill us as soon as the lights go off. But yet, we don't have no material from ancient Egypt, ancient Ethiopia, ancient Timbuktu telling us how to run a state. But we got spiritual stuff, and all spiritual stuff culminate with one thing: apocalypse. I'm trying to bring on that shit. Transformation. I don't give a damn what you read. Cause we gonna be alright still. The transformation of the soul and the spirit to the other dimension. Yeah, that's right, Shanti. But our soul is gonna know. Our soul is gonna know. It's gonna resonate with our soul on a whole different level. This is an illusion. It's only a series of events that do not exist. This is an illusionary world. Remember that. The only thing that exists is your spirit, your soul. And that light is emanating from the Hall of the Mental. That's all it exists. It's not even on this earth. We exist somewhere else. So how do you get on top of this? Because you can't rationalize, intellectualize, or logically understand this because it is. You can't put no mathematical equation on no dancing. You just do it. John Coltrane was blowing the horn. And he went into a flurry. His other black girl wrote down every one of his notes when he went into that flurry. And she gave it back to him and said, play this. He said, this is humanly impossible to She said, you just did it a few damn minutes ago. Because that's spirit, you understand? And you can't calculate spirit. So what's happened is the white boy has made a systematic system of all our educatees, or the people that's educated, by putting you in a box, giving you logic, rationale, what looks good, feel good, sounds good, and makes common sense. If it makes common sense, it ain't the real shit at all. Because you can't calculate what God is. You understand where I'm coming from? You understand? So let's go into some other stuff. Let's deal with some stuff. All right. See that I'm gonna just see if I can't find this shit about the simulation. He break it down in a way that you can understand. Y'all get hip to Bobby Hemmett. Get hip to Bobby Hemmett. The coming of the cosmic elite. That's who these people are that are up there. They here already, family. They're a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. The mothership is here already. And the government knows that. The government been knowing it since the 1930s when they stole Elijah Muhammad's they stole his briefcase and it had the first picture of a UFO on record. But the nation calls them IFOs. They're identified flying objects because they've been knowing what they are. And what they are is on the writings of the wall in Kemet called the Medu Neter and all over. Because indigenous people have made contact with these people, these cosmic elite, for a long time. And you know who they are? They are the ones who God said came down here and went into the daughters of man. Them people, it's a lot of different beings that have been coming to this earth for a long time. And there are some beings who are coming because Earth is so out of whack that it's causing problems in their galaxy. Because I'll put it to you like this: there are things that Earth has done that's defying divine law. I told y'all that there are men who are making monsters in their kitchen, injecting their semen into chicken eggs. You can find this on YouTube. It's all type of shit going on. It's all type of shit going on. We're living in a simulation. And it has to end. It has to end. God is finna come in this shit. It's too wicked. It's too wicked. And I'm for it. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to say it because I'm not a millionaire. But that's why God laid it out like that. Because he already know. And you remember in church they told us it will be easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to go into heaven. That's why a lot of us, we're not rich in the sense of extreme wealth, because God trying to save us, because he know that he's finna do away with money. They print money up every day. They done printed so much money up since this COVID shit that we indebted to the point that any day now China might come change the flag. For real. They own all the damn they own all the tollways. China do. China own all our tollways. Allegedly, but it's true. It's true. And China is here already. That's why they done bought all of California. Let me see if I can find it. I might not find it, because these lectures is like 3 hours long. But I'm gonna do a lecture series for y'all. That's really why we're making our website. That's why we're making our website. For the ones who, you know what I'm saying, y'all want to build like that, we're gonna make it to where we can talk on there. We can have live action conversations, just how I'm talking to y'all. Hold on. Have y'all been watching the news lately? Have y'all been seeing what's been going on in the news? A lot of the shit that I'm telling y'all, it's on the news. A lot of us don't watch the news no more. These alien invasion shit, whatever people want to call them, it's on the news. But what they do to program your mind, they be laughing. When they report it, they laugh. But they know damn well this shit real. It's not a laughing matter, because This is why some people gonna have a heart attack and die when they see this shit, because they're not ready, because they've been made a fool of and led to believe that we the only intelligent life on Earth. Yeah, on Earth, it's other intelligent life other than us, but in the galaxy, they're leading us to believe that when it's not true. They're also making y'all believe that they don't went to the moon and shit when they haven't. They ain't really left out of here. What they did, they went far up into the atmosphere. What it is this Earth that we're on, this Earth that we live on, we're under a dome, because we were on another planet before this. We're on a planet called Marduk. We're on a planet called Marduk. Some people call it Mars. We're on Mars. And we came here as an experiment, because you never believe this. We are gods. We are gods. But there is a God who is greater than us, who created us. See, we are light bodies abstracted from the Father. That means we are the Father. We are God. But we are not the culmination of God. We are all a unique light of God. But we are the body of Christ. All of us are the body, the living word, the living body of God. When we move as one, we are powerful because we are God and gods. But we are not the one God without one another. We aren't. And I don't know how else to explain it to you other than that, because you got to remember, God is damn near inconceivable. And he's multifaceted and multidimensional. And in this dimension, he only comes as man. He only comes as man. And when he comes, this time, he's coming to the black man in the West, because we are in such a lost condition that we don't even know who we are. We the only people on Earth who don't have nothing other than saying that we are something that don't exist. Black, as we said before, is dead at law. It's dead at law. That's why we are going through this Ma'afa, which is a black Holocaust that we've been going through because of colorable law, And we've been a victim and victimized by the United Snakes of America. Not allegedly, but actually, in fact and indeed. And we have a case that we're going to bring to the High Court in the United Nations. And a lot of people who have tried to bring our case forth have been killed. Malcolm X was trying to bring our case forth. He had made ties with some people in Africa who were ready to fight for us. And they knew we were not African and that we were made here. We were given this land here. And yes, I understand how people want to go with different theories. We got to remember it's all theoretical, because when they tell us that this earth used to be one landmass, people wasn't even here yet. People didn't exist yet when it happened. When the earth was one landmass. People didn't exist yet. Allegedly. So we all gotta use our own understanding when it comes to this to decoding some shit. But you know how it is. Y'all know what's up. Y'all gotta have faith with a lot of this shit that resonate with y'all heart. If it resonate with the heart, it means there's some truth in there. So I go with what resonates with my heart. I'm researching something, y'all. If I can find what I'm looking for, I'm finna play it for y'all. But y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm still tuned in. So if y'all got something to say, I'm still tapped in with y'all.
Prior to this particular creation,
here you go. See how the spirit do.
About 14 billion years, we inhabited several primal worlds that existed about 14 billion years prior to it falling or demise. You see what I'm saying? So we existed in these particular primal worlds. And those particular primal worlds were these high superior deities. And these high superior deities, in so many words, got old and started falling asleep or losing power. Their children rose up, which would be the gods that exist today, the ones we worship. Their children, those primal deities or entities, children rose up and thrust their parents into a physical existence, and they became human.
The war in heaven that I spoke on earlier. And we're entrapped in this body, in this physical
what
body.
we were supposed to do
The devil has us trapped
was
on
to go
earth.
to an
We're in
incubation
hell.
of
A
the
lot of people
mummy.
can't see that.
See
We in
Osiris
hell.
wrapped in the mummy,
We already did this
which was a
before.
cocoon,
And we battled
and it
them.
was a cooking vessel
And we agreed to come here.
the soul into perfection and sift out the flaws that made us fall in the first
To
place.
do it again. We agreed to come here to do it again.
There was a flaw in us that made us fall in the first place.
That's why we went through this.
For so many years, millions of years, we had to sift out the certain flaws to perfection. Thus leads us to the present situation of the perfected stone, the philosopher's stone,
The stone the builder
or
refused.
the great works, or the golden fleece, the holy grail, the Excalibur, all these different systems that tell you about this perfection. The Christos, the Christ form, which is the perfected soul, perfected stone. So what happened was, we took on a physical existence. Now, when we first took on this physical existence, we could maneuver just as gods. And that's where you get your Lemurian and your Atlantean periods. So we were moving to what's called a semi-physical world. So what's clear, as the vibratory rate fell and we became more,
Good morning,
and we
family.
became more encased into the physical, the spiritual world became a faint shadow, and the physical world became visible. And we sunk lower and lower into humanism, into a particular aspect. We used to have multiple gifts: clairvoyance, clairaudio. We could fly. We could do just about everything you see a superhero can do.
Right.
And it was maybe hundreds of different gifts that was reduced down to the 7 or the 5 senses. And we ended up with the 5 senses.
Look, some don't want y'all to hear it. It's about to rain.
That's
But we're gonna have another
covered over.
we're gonna have time to build on this when I get home.
That God form was covered over.
We'll have another video
with
about
something
this.
called the
And I'ma give y'all some money.
The elder sign.
Can't beat that.
And it was covered over with now what you call the physical brain. The physical brain is the enemy. And as humanity is the enemy. And up under the physical brain is the primal world, which is the pineal gland. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is the pineal gland. And so we're talking about an incubation period, which the inner world, which is the pineal gland, the kundalini energies, the chakras, there's 160 chakras. You see what I'm saying?
Body, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and when you look up into space, when you can see these chakras and you can see these particular souls, when you look up in space, those are the souls that's down here inside of the human body, covered up, and we're dreaming.
Those stars. Every man and every woman is a star.
So
We have a string attached to a star, which is a life cord. We'll talk about this.
Phenomenon that we call reality. It's nothing but a trick from the brain.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To give us a series of illusions that don't even exist.
None of this shit exists. The string theory we talked about.
And as the soul slept, these series of dreams became known as the ego. And the ego, the self that you identify with now, that what you call yourself a human.
Right.
And as that, and it supposedly thinks that it is real, but it is not. It is only a construct or a projection of one's dreams coming from the soul. So, we created, go ahead.
I was going to say that is perfect because I do have some
All right.
questions about.
Let me see if I can find another one that might fit the topic that we're speaking on. Because that he's giving y'all this esoteric knowledge. That means it's hidden. It's occult knowledge. It's occult knowledge. It's metaphysical, meaning it's more than physical. That's when you have to test the spirit by the spirit and see what resonates with your heart. Don't go by just what he say. Because I said I've been studying this man for 10 years. So I've already vetted him for myself. You got to see what's right for you. You know what I'm saying? But he's real. I approve him. You know what I'm saying? But y'all go and check him out. We're going to build on a lot of his lectures.
Great old ones. The great old ones is our souls. Are monstrous, titanic beings. Titan beings. You see, even in the movie, when we were Titan, they even had Denzel to come in the dressing room, in the locker room and tell them, hell, the Titans was even greater than the gods. They dropped that shit on. You see, the Titans were even greater than the gods. So the great old ones, these Titan beings put us in our soul. The more we know the great old ones, the worse things look. The worse things look to the human race.
That's why I can't stand nobody.
I'm saying this because
Really.
at this particular point,
Know too much.
We have to become those
I reject the world, to keep it real.
beings. And we have to start a record and a habit of becoming something other than ourselves, in which at this very moment we are mutating into. You see what I'm saying? So therefore we have to reduce all concept of what we think is important, because it is not. You see what I'm saying? It was just taking up occupation, occupying itself until its real self got here. So
Let me see another one that might resonate with y'all.
I'm gonna put it to you straight. This, the improvement of your life on the physical ain't gonna happen no more than right now.
It ain't supposed to happen.
You get an income tax check. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't waiting on no money.
Bonus. You get some fucking time off. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to get free.
Somebody leave you a couple damn dollars. You know, you get the damn lottery. You know what I'm saying? Get $500 on a cash street. Or whatever. Coming to your state soon. They already here. But my point here is pretty much your life ain't gonna get no better as us as a group of people. Individually, you like throwing a punch something and get a couple damn TVs. That's called a pathetic elite. It wasn't supposed. If you feel comfortable, see, this is the shit that we gotta understand. Right now, if you feel comfortable with your life as an individual, knowing that goddamn niggas is suffering, something is wrong with you.
Thank you.
And if you can't find
If you happy with this world, you're a devil.
Something's wrong with me. But I know that there's thousands of motherfuckers that don't have what I have. That's the key. That's the endeavor. That's what. This is why you got some people that don't sell out, because we don't still feel comfortable. You understand? How can I feel comfortable? So the point I'm trying to make here is that there's an enigma, because we know we can't help all these people.
Damn, I know I can't help everybody, y'all. That's why I tell y'all,
What the scriptures say. The scriptures
it's
talk
not about me.
realms
Shit,
not being around forever. Been there, done that, got the damn t-shirt.
this nigga keeps it
You
real.
understand what I'm saying? We did that for thousands of years. Now we gotta understand this is the millennium. That means we can't come with the same old outmoded shit. I can't come to you and tell you on how you gonna build a better business, because we know niggas ain't gonna do that.
They not. We ain't gonna come
You understand
together.
what I'm saying? We know that ain't gonna happen. Let's not quit bullshit with this mess. Because the next couple of people gonna come, they're gonna tell you a whole bunch of things that sound rational, logical. But the key here is we got to create a mutation.
It's gonna be irrational.
We're gonna go into this tonight on this particular stuff.
You'll see. It ain't for me to say. It's gonna manifest right in front of us when our nature rises.
And all of a sudden, they got an instrument that they can dominate the world with. Because they have, Paul and them have gone in and tailored the shit that it can be used both ways. But Paul and them, the one that they did,
it was close to the original till they had to do the Conference of Nicaea and 8 other conferences to modify it.
So the Bible is real, y'all. They modified it to fuck over
what we're
us.
talking about, what is
The Bible's real.
You ask the question, what would be the difference between the modern day Christian
This supposed to be what Earth look like. I don't know if y'all can see this.
Christian model, the modern day Christian model
really show y'all good. Let me see.
Advanced concepts that goes on the inner workings of the body and make them literal. So they say
the shit that it's on is the waters of noon, but it's like NASA's lying to us. That blue marble theory shit is a lie.
None of that shit was historical.
It's all theory and it's all computerized. They tell you that too. NASA is Masons. NASA is Masons. Which I'm not saying they're a lie because they're Masons. I'm saying they're a brotherhood and they agree on what they were gonna tell us for their own reasons. I don't look at shit as right and wrong like a lot of people do. I know how to really look at shit.
About a Jewish Messiah, but yet you can't find no Jew to bear witness to that. That's true. What is that? Because the Jew knew, like all the other ancient people in the world. See, the Jew knew that first of all, that was some Roman propaganda of the Hebrew. He knew, just like the Egyptian knew, just like the Greek knew, just like the Mesopotamian knew, like the Babylonian knew, like the ancient Africa knew, that the Christ that is to come can only come one time in history. First of all, there's two things. First of all, Christ is a title, and we all are the living Christ because Christ is the level we can rise to. But the Christ, the true Christ, that is supposed to be the end all and be all, he can only come one time in history. And that's at the end of the world. Now I'll tell you why I know this. Because I done studied alchemy to know this. And you can quote me on this. When the true manifestation of Christ comes, the physical earth would cease to be. For the mere fact that we got a physical earth,
Christ ain't never came.
Teachers or whatever couldn't have been the true Christ.
They never cared. Shit.
The Hebrews knew this. The Hebrews said, wait a minute, hold on.
That's basically what he's saying to my mom.
We get our origin in Egypt.
And when he coming to destroy. It's not coming how they say.
The Egyptians knew like everything else. Horus comes.
They trying to keep us from tearing this motherfucker up.
And Horus comes to kill. To kill? To kill.
To kill the wicked.
Horus comes to kill. The true Christ never taught love. That's some Roman bullshit to keep a people docile.
Thank you.
All you gotta do is just take my word for it. You go and study you can go to Greek and study Hercules. That's the Egypt.
We finna sum it up, family, because I'm finna have to go pick Bianca up. But I hope that y'all will join me a little bit later. We're gonna be doing another giveaway.
You see what I'm saying? Everything is returned. You see what I'm saying? It's all one. We just don't know it. Hell, the whole kingdom is one. You see what I'm saying?
You're up early. Yeah, Miss Goldie.
They say that the kingdom is spread out upon us. We just don't.
I had to go take Bianca to get her nails done. I had to go drop off on the southwest side. I'm just giving the people some knowledge, Miss Goldie.
Because our concepts of what that is. Guess what? We were never local in the first place. We were never long distance.
You say I look tired. I ain't go to sleep really. I told you Bianca had to go to the hospital last night, so I was trying to make sure she good, but she good.
First place. We were one.
You see she getting her nails done. She ain't even
Our reality is based on our concepts and our knowledge to get past this illusion. You know, it's all right here before us.
I'm gonna be back, Miss Goldie. I just hopped on here because I'm waiting on her.
That's past tense. We are the ancient God. This conversation that we're having right now, and whoever is listening in on, I don't give a damn what race you are, that's a part of the ancient aspect of it. Because my point is, let's even take white folks. If this was not for them, they would have been there hung up the damn phones. You understand what I'm saying? So the ones, you see what I'm saying, that's understanding this and trying to get this particular information, you're supposed to get this particular information. generation.
This ain't for everybody.
So now I'm into looking at the bigger picture, because what has happened, the whole racial thing has already played out, and that has already been done. And we have all,
we gotta look past race,
we
man.
have now gotten to the threshold,
to the heart
the
chakra.
doorway. And ain't no need to even talk
We
about
already know about race. We done already learned our lesson on all this politics.
We're supposed to be looking into this particular doorway, and we worrying about all kind of bullshit that's past tense. You see what I'm saying?
Like rappers.
Even with the fear thing,
they gonna lead us straight to hell.
Happen to us, we ain't gonna never know what's gonna happen to us until it's too damn late. So we don't even need to focus on that. Because guess what? It has already happened. This is the end part right now. And so it's all about the return. It's been happening. Hell, I've been talking on it for goddamn 20 years. But it is here now more than ever. It is here now more than ever. You see what I'm saying? It's just that we can't be distracted. Like I say, take a notebook. This time, take a notebook and make you a magical diary and jot down every little thing that you might think is spiritual. Your car might break down. But up the street, there was going to be an 8-pound car, a car pile up that you was going to be in a part of it, but your car broke down, so you didn't get into the pile up.
Thank God for what looked like it's not a blessing, because it still be a blessing.
Or you just ran out of damn gas. That's a spiritual experience, because the spirit was stopping you from getting into something where you weren't going to have a car at all. So what you have to do is you have to take a notebook and you start writing down things that you think is spiritual experiences. As a result, you will find yourself living in a spiritual world.
That's what I do. I don't write it down though. I just know it's all spiritual and it manifests physically. I love y'all, and I'll be back. I hope that y'all will join me, because it's been put on my heart to bless somebody again. I got to do it at least 3 times. I try to do everything 3 times. I explained to some of y'all that I'm a son of Ishu, a son of Ilegua, Papa Legba. Okay? And his number is 21. 3. His number is 3. So that's another reason why Mo 3 resonated with me. His colors are black and red. Mo 3 always wore black and red. These things I did not understand until it was already over with. You know, the only other nigga that I listen to more than Mo 3 is Zero. That's another 3. Z-R-O. You know, it's real. It's real. I love y'all, and I ask that y'all have a blessed day, and be spirit led, and know that being in the spirit isn't about being perfect. I'll see you later, and y'all don't forget to stay down and stay real, man, and tune in, because I'll be back, and I don't want y'all to miss y'all's blessing. 1.